Well, once again, we are here in Louisville, Kentucky for the 44th Annual Street Rod Nationals Plus. Wait, did I just say 44?
You did say 44.
40, we've been here 44. Well, I haven't been here 44 years.
44 years of great cars, great people.
And every year it just keeps better and better. So, you know, we've been here, we're standing around the beautiful cars now. You've been out on the grounds all day. What has been your most favorite part?
Love the cars. It's always great to connect with friends that you hadn't seen in a year.
Right.
Great people. The weather out here, you couldn't ask for any better weather. This
is my 5th year doing this, and every time I come here it just gets better. People, they start to know you, everybody's friendly. We're having just a great time out here.
And what's been your favorite car today?
My favorite car? Oh, I don't know. All of them. I really like the 55 Chevy Bel Airs. Those are really awesome. And I saw a really sweet 59 Impala earlier, and that was pretty nice.
We love it. We're happy to be here again.
It's first day of registration. And wow, look at this line. Man, I thought I was getting here early enough. Okay, everybody's friendly. Maybe I can sneak up toward the front. Oh, look, here's my early bird buddies. I always get a pin. Thanks. All right, maybe I can step right up here and no. Oh, I'm getting no love here. Back of the line. Okay, friendly folks, but I'm getting no love. Hey guys, hey, maybe I can just see. No, not in front of that guy. Okay, more. Friendly. Maybe there's a place here. Maybe. No, they're really waving me to the back of the line. Okay, fine. We'll get a little further back. Oh wait, I see one of my buddies. He's coming up. There, Mario, maybe I could. No, Mario's going to say, back of the line, buddy. Okay, see ya. Now, here, can I just step in just a few steps? No, I'm getting the thumb. The back of the line thumb. Okay, fine. We'll just hang out right back here in the back of the line.
Welcome to Louisville, the 2013 Street Rod Nationals from
Oklahoma Street Rod.
my favorite parts of the Street Rod Nationals is a climb to the top of Freedom Hall for a great view.
Well, every year we like to come out on the grounds and ask the folks what they like most about the Street Rod Nationals.
We're here with Mike out on the grounds over here at the Rose Garden. Mike, that is one good-looking 33.
Thank you.
Tell me about it a little bit.
Well, I've owned the car since 1979. Of course, it didn't look like this then, you know, but about 4 years ago, we decided to go through a bill with Southern Hot Rods out of Asheville, Alabama, and that's what I got.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
Tell you what you got is shiny.
Thank you. Yeah, we were very particular with the paint, and I don't know all the secrets to that, but I approved it.
Right. You just said, okay, that sounds good to me.
Let's
do it.
Let's do it.
It looks great. And then one of the guys very succinctly told us what color that was.
Black.
That would be black. And lots of it.
Lots of it. Black everywhere.
Well, what else can you tell me about it?
Well, it's got an LS6 engine. It's got height suspension on an independent rear. It's the shop that built it. They do the interior work and everything, and the women love the interior. They say it looks like a fine handbag, so which is fine with me.
That's okay. So what you're saying is you're driving a handbag.
Exactly.
But a fine one.
But with no money in it.
Okay, so I'm hanging out here with Mark in this beautiful vehicle. What kind of car is this, Mark?
This is a 1934 Chevrolet two-door sedan highboy.
All right. And how long have you had it?
I've had this about 16 years now.
Oh, wow. Do you bring it to the street rods every year?
Every year since I've had it done, yes, I have.
So I know you guys have been coming here a long time. How many years have you been to the Street Rod Nationals?
Oh, boy, looking back now, I would say since 1981 I've been going to the Nationals.
Wow. So let me ask, what keeps you coming back here year after year?
It's the camaraderie and visiting with friends from out of state and get to see them once a year and just catch up with family and friends and just being out here with everybody.
And taking me for driving your car.
Taking you for a ride in the car.
I mean, that's got to bring you back. Got to bring the people back.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Now it's time to talk to some folks who have been to all 44 Street Rod Nationals. That is pretty amazing, guys. Well, every year we have a great group of NSRA members who volunteer to make it happen, and we just want to say thank you. Now let's take a look at some of them in action.
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Well, right now it's not going so good. My car won't start.
Wait a minute, let me see if I can see if any fuel's going in there.
Well, you got your glasses on? Can you sure you can see?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
What's the fuel pressure
No,
gauge say?
it's not. It's. I still think it's the starter.
The starter.
Yeah.
These guys don't know what they're doing.
It's turning over great. It's just not firing.
It just depends. Wait, stop.
What?
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Sounds electrical.
Did you hear what she said?
No, what'd she say?
Something about a distributor wire.
Was she a mechanic or what? I guess she
Well, I
thinks she
guess
knows
she
more than
thinks
we
she's a
do.
mechanic, but it ain't a distributor wire.
Well,
You know, them women, they don't know nothing about cars.
so I guess now we got a woman mechanic in the club?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Well, let me turn it over again.
We're out in the commercial way with Bruce Strange, and Bruce, we were admiring your Warlock 2 here. Tell me about it.
1979 Dodge Warlock, W150. I'm running a 348 in it now, built by Arbandales. It's 6-way power seats in them. Everything on it's new, top to bottom, inside and out. And it takes a lot of money, a lot of time. It's not for sale.
You'll say you might as well keep it. I think it's the only one on the grounds not for sale.
Well, bought it new in 79. We took it off the road in 94. We just put it back on the road last year for the show. They came out in 76. They sent one to SEMA that was well liked, so they put it in production 76, 77, 78 to come a little red wagon, the little red express. Like I say, they were the fastest vehicles, 78, 79, and the government made them put emissions on in 80, and they did away with the both of them. The Warlock, you get 7 different colors, any engine option from the 6-cylinder through the 440. The little reds are all identical. You couldn't change anything on them.
Gotcha. So, while you kept this, I guess you were always thinking you're going to get it back on the road.
Yeah, when I tore it down, I left town to go do a job and wonder what I've done to my truck when the frame was laying on the floor of the garage and I had buckets of parts.
Well, it takes a little while to sort those out.
Yes, it did. 18 years worth.
It's a 23-point safety inspection. It's about everything that's on a brand new car that comes off the showroom. But all these cars have been rebuilt, so somebody needs to look at them to get a second set of eyes. And we just, we look at them for you free of charge. And if you can pass it, you've got a real nice car. It's a good program. Just let somebody else look at your car and see what you've built. Every street rider should participate in it.
Number one, we want to keep this hobby safe. And number two, we feel like that if we don't police ourselves, the government will police us right off the road. We do more than most states do.
But you've got a team of, 4 or 5 working on each car, don't you?
Yes. And that way, if somebody misses something, somebody else might pick up on it.
Brakes, everything look okay underneath?
Yes, everything's beautiful.
Excellent.
We do that under suspension, make sure no brake lines is rubbing, no leaks on your brake lines, just everything clean up, no shocks loose or nothing. And that's a common deal is, something loose, probably most cars will pass the 23 inspection, but there's always a few that has a little problem that they don't even know about. So it helps to go through this just for, to know what's wrong or what's right.
Right. Roughly how many cars will come through this weekend?
We'll get 350, won't we?
I hope so.
Yeah.
We usually around 300.
And y'all do some inspections out on the grounds, don't you?
Yeah, we walk around too. If you see one of us inspecting out on the grounds or anywhere, grab us.
Wave you down.
Yeah, you're not going to make us mad by asking to do one more inspection. That's what we want.
Okay, so this area has some of the best cars in the country, and they're gathered to be judged by some of the best builders in the country. So let's go take a look at the pros picks. So we're walking around the pros pick, and all I can hear people talking about is how beautiful this 4910 Woody is. So of course we had to stop and talk with the owner. This is Tim Kilcarry, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this beautiful car.
Hey, my wife and I bought the car about 2.5 years ago from Huntington Beach, California. Had it hauled back. It was a pretty rusty car. We tore it apart a couple of weeks after we bought it. I drove it a little bit in original condition, tore it apart, and started on this project. I've got a collision shop in Pittsburgh and a hot rod shop as well, and my guys at Customs by Kilcarry did all the work on the car. My wife actually did all of the painted wood trim on the car inside and out.
Oh yeah, because that's not real wood, right?
No, it's all metal painted to look like wood. So Ferrari leather interior. It's got an LS1 Roadster Shop chassis, Bill of Specialties wheels, a lot of custom body modifications, but we tried to build the car to look as original as it could, but still have a lot of high-tech features in it.
Okay, well, I know you'd be a little bit biased since it's your car, but if you had to describe the uniqueness, like what is unique about this particular car to you that stands out?
Well, most certainly the wood. It's tough to find a car that has wood trim at the level this one does. And again, a lot of the high-tech, there's a lot of hidden high-tech features in the car, so as far as uniqueness, I'd have to say the wood.
Awesome. And of course, yes, you mentioned your wife put a lot of hard work into this. She even signed it too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She signed it on the right side. And that was a funny story. The night she finished the wood grain, she said to me, "Where can I sign it?" And I know she was fully expecting me to say, "I don't want you to sign it at all." And what I said to her is, "You sign it wherever you want." So she found a little discreet place on the side of the car and signed her name to it. So
you did the work so you could sign it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
she did a beautiful job. Too bad she's not here. We'd say beautiful, beautiful work, but it is a beautiful car, so thank you.
Thank you.
Mama needs her a new pair of wheels. I think I found it. I'll just drive her home, yeah. All right, so we're still out here in the Pros Pick area. We're looking at some beautiful cars. I'm here with Tim Strange. He's been wondering about judging. And Tim, what have you seen around here? What's kind of stood out to you this year at the National Street Rod?
Well, there's always a lot of really good cars, high quality cars come here to Louisville every year. And each year it gets tougher and tougher to pick the top cars for the Pro Pick. And, a few years ago, they opened up not just 48 and older, so now we're seeing a lot of 50s and 60s cars.
Right.
So, I still love 32 Fords, but, when there's 75 of them sitting out here, you kind of get tired of looking at them. Mm-hmm. But it's cool seeing the Tri-5 Chevys, the Impalas, usually some Mustangs and stuff out here, and that's what I like is the diversity that's out here this year.
Well, let me go and ask you real quick, how do you feel about the young generation coming in and bringing their cars to the Street Rod National?
Well, that's what started me as a little grommet. Going to the car shows. My dad took me, my uncle took me, and that got me the bug when a little kid. And that's why I always say, if you don't have your own kid, borrow somebody else's, because we need as much fresh blood in this hot rod industry as we can to keep it growing and moving on. And that's what's cool. That's the first thing that I thought of. Some of the old guys that were stuck 48 and older when they opened this up, they're like, oh, we're going to bring all the young guys in. I go, that's what we want. You want to come... the grandpa or the dad can come in his 32 Ford, and the son can come in his 55, and the grandson can come in his Camaro, and that's what's cool. It's a family affair out here, and that's what I think is awesome with them opening it up to all the different years.
Street rods and family time.
Yep.
It doesn't get better than that.
Yep, it's pretty awesome.
Okay, well, Tim knows what he's talking about. He's looked at some of these vehicles already, so we're going to give him the mic, and he's going to take it over from here.
Okay.
All right, thanks
We'll
Tim.
see you later. Here we are still out here in the Pros Pick area, picking a few of my favorites. And this is one right here. We got Michael Bunch. Tell me a little bit about what we got right behind us.
We got a 59 Chevrolet Impala convertible. Took about 2 years on the build. Mike Rudder out of Bristol, Tennessee built it, good friend of mine. And it's a big car, but I've got a big family, so we wanted to have something we could cruise around in.
There's definitely a lot of room in these big 59 Impalas, and it's got a big block in this thing that thumps. It even sounds like a hot rod, not only looks like it. So
it is, and we plan on, I was planning on driving to an event in California, and we've had to change our plans, but we're going to go to Cruising the Coast and a couple more after this run. I want to put it on the road, and the kids are dying to get in it, so we're going to have some fun.
So you didn't do a whole lot of custom body mods to this, but it's a 59 Impala. It was a factory General Motors custom from back in the day anyway. What made you pick the 59 Impala?
I was raised in the era of Batman, and I love the wings and the cat eyes.
I think since it's just me and you standing here right now, I can tell you that I am Batman.
I thought you favored him a little bit. But I've always liked them. I like the 59 60s real well. I had a 60, but it was really a hard chore finding a 59, and I looked for 3 years and finally found the body that I needed, and I've had a lot of fun building it.
Well, it turned out beautiful, and good luck out here in the Pros Pick. It's definitely one of my favorites.
I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you.
Here we are out here, another one of my favorites out here in the Pro Pick at Louisville. On Friday, they do the Pro Pick out here. Tell me a little bit about, first, your name, where you're from, and a little bit about the build behind us.
First off, my name is Troy Gudgel, BBT Fabrications out of Champaign, Illinois. We got here as a 69 Pontiac Firebird that we built for a customer named Sid Tracy. He wanted a Italian sports car themed, pro touring, American-made muscle car, if that makes any sense.
Makes perfectly sense to me. When you see the rest of the video on this thing, you'll understand what they were going for, and they nailed it. Been friends with these guys many, many years, and they've built a lot of different styles of cars, and now they're coming out with this like Pro Tour street machine stuff. And these guys, it's not just a pretty trailer queen sitting here behind us. I've seen this thing on an autocross course. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. We try to drive it hard. The owner he's got a ZR1 Corvette, so he wants this thing to handle and drive just like the ZR1. So he really takes it out and beats on it hard.
So what's all the suspension pieces underneath this car?
Everything on the car for the suspension-wise is Detroit Speed. We got bare brakes, front and rear, 6-piston calipers, 14-inch rotors, and then top it off with Forge Line wheels and BF Goodrich tires.
And then the inside of this thing is phenomenal on its own. Like, the dash should be on somebody's coffee table. There's more custom metalwork inside this interior than some of these guys got in their whole car out here. Tell us a little about all the work that you guys did on the interior.
Yeah, first off on the interior, he wanted a Italian-inspired interior, so that was like the main focal point on the inside of the car. He wanted it to look similar to something you'd see in a Ferrari, so that's kind of where we went with everything. The dash and all the interior panels are hand-formed out of aluminum and then wrapped in leather. We've got one-off gauges, tons of custom machine parts, knobs, shifter handle, pedals. Also running throughout the whole inside of the car is a roll cage, but it's all been covered by aluminum panels that have been wrapped in leather.
Very awesome work, and thanks for bringing this out, and good luck in the Pros Pick.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you having us.
We're at the swap meet, guys. What are we looking for today?
I was kind of looking around. I'm more looking for a Firebird, 60s Firebird.
Yeah.
Looking for one of those or a Camaro.
Have you seen any yet?
I haven't seen it yet. No, I've been looking around.
Well, there's a lot of places to look.
Oh yeah.
And in addition to the swap meet, you may find one on the ground.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of them there.
Yeah.
So,
Did they have the right sign on the window? The one that said for sale?
I haven't seen one of them yet.
Not at the right price.
No, not at the right price.
There you go. Yeah, do a little negotiation.
Got to play the game.
So what are you out here looking for?
I'm just looking at everything. You know, I'm not really buying today. I'm just looking.
You're a looker, not a buyer.
Right. I'm with him.
Well, if you find the right thing,
we might.
Did you bring that checkbook?
Well, we'll see. You never know.
No. If you had one thing to say about the Street Rod Nationals, what would you say about it?
It's awesome. One of the best shows we've been to.
Awesome. And you?
It's a lot to look at. Man, they keep you busy for a couple of days to see everything you got.
You ain't gonna see it in one day. No. I've been here for 3 and I still haven't seen it all.
There's a whole lot of stuff in the back. What are we looking for out here today?
About anything.
About anything?
Yes, sir.
Have you found it yet?
No.
All right. Search continues. Onward. Are we having fun? About what you might be looking for today?
An alligator.
An alligator?
Yes.
Now, what kind of alligator are you looking for?
Well, inside of our 1940 Ford truck, we have leather and alligator. So I want to put an alligator on the engine of the truck when we open it.
So you need, on the inside?
Yes.
Interesting. Now, do you have an alligator hood ornament?
No.
Well, you might need one of those.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll look for that too then.
All right. And the other thing is, you can never have too many blondes on the show. Never. Blondes and butterflies.
And alligators.
And you got both of those covered.
Yes.
Now, what else are you looking for out here this weekend?
Metal signs.
Metal signs.
Yes.
You will find a lot of those.
Yep. And there's a few parts we needed for the truck, and we're looking for that.
All right.
And
now,
we found it.
Are you a long-time street rodder?
Yes.
And
I just married a guy that is, put it that way.
Well, okay.
How about that?
You're in the club.
Yes. I've only been in it for 4 years with him.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah.
You've seen the ropes.
Yes.
If you had something to say about the Street Rod Nationals, you were just talking to somebody about them, what would you tell them?
It's an awesome show, and you ought to go. I love going. And this is what I did for his birthday this year.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Where y'all from?
Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, that's a pretty good drive.
Yes, it is.
Did y'all drive in the truck?
Yes, we did.
You go.
If we can't drive it, we won't own it.
I like that. Forget the trailer business.
That's right. We don't trailer. We drive it.
What are we selling out here today, guys?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah?
Whatever you need, we got it.
You got Ronald McDonald. You got a horse. You got an M&M.
We got a motorcycle. We got mini bikes. We got hard nut Corvettes. We're even this little paddy wagon here is Chuck Adams over in Clark County, Indiana, going to be a sheriff.
Cool.
So we're pushing him a little bit.
Nothing wrong with promoting somebody.
Now we got some signs.
Y'all got lots of signs.
Lots of signs.
Not some signs.
We got lots of junk. Period. Good junk.
What's good? Exactly. Well, that's what the swap meet's for, right?
Yeah, good junk.
We got a big crowd out here today.
Yes, we do. It's really good.
And
weather's beautiful.
You have a primo position.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
right up front.
We like it here.
All right. If you had something to tell somebody back home about this show, what would you tell them?
Tell them they need to get out here. It's great. You know, there's a lot of people out here. Food's good. The junk's good.
Talk about the cars for a minute.
Cars is good. Anything you want to see is out here. Everything.
All right.
A to Z.
And maybe even some more letters we don't know about.
And we've got an ugly truck here too. Just let me know. This is an ugly truck.
Okay, here we are out here at Louisville, Kentucky at the Street Rod Nationals. And here behind us is another 32 Ford. Yeah, there's a lot of Tri-5s, there's a lot of beautiful Camaros, and a lot of 32 Fords. It's just because they're simply awesome. So tell me who you are.
My name's Dennis Elmore.
And you work at the shop that built this car?
Yes, sir, Adams Hot Rod Shop.
So tell me a little bit about the build and the car right behind us.
This is one of our stock cars, I guess you could say. It's built to sell. 32 Ford, I-beam front end.
And the body, is that real steel, a reproduction, glass, steel, or what is it?
It's a glass car, Canyon Performance.
That's pretty cool. Everybody that's not involved in the hot rod industry, like, where do you find these old cars? Well, try 5 Chevys, like I said, Camaros, and 32s. You can buy them fiberglass, steel, and everything to put them together.
Yes, sir. Everything on this car is brand new. You know, you're correct. A fiberglass body, in my opinion, is the way to go. This body,
they're not going to rust, are they?
No, not going to rust. And these are actually stretched a little in the cockpit, give bigger guys like you a little more room in them.
And the thing that I like is the beautiful look of this windshield. Who makes that windshield?
Dick Rodwell, Salt Lake City, Utah.
That was the one that was kind of started by, was it Stan Wanless or something like that?
Correct, Wanless designed it.
And it looks so beautiful because if I'm not correct, isn't he like an artist sculpture for a living?
Definitely, definitely.
So you can just see this, the look of this. It's pure artistic, and that's what makes this thing look so awesome. It's got a hot rod stance. It's got big and little tires on it. It's real traditional. Tell me about the color. That's what jumped out for me as soon as I walked into the area over here.
It's a custom mixed color. It was trying to find something a little traditional looking, but you know, and stepping out of the box slightly.
See, I love it. It's not a shiny pearl candy metallic. It's got that old vintage look for it, but it is slick. The fit is nice. It is a beautiful piece of work.
And thank you very much. We try awful hard.
Behind us is this beautiful 55 Chevy Bel Air. And last year I had the privilege of taking a ride around in this car, but now we're back to find out a little bit more about it. So tell me about the work you put in and a little bit about what makes this car unique.
It's been a 5-year project. Brought it home. First thing I had to do, start tearing apart and block sand it. It's got a nice little 3-3 stroker motor. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie out here going to the cruises. It's just a lot of fun, just something to tinker with.
And what kind of engine does it have?
It has a small block Chevy. It's called a 3-3 stroker. Pushes about 425 horse. It's got a little bit of power to it.
Put a lot of work into it.
About 5 years worth, yes, of long weekends in the garage and late nights, yes.
Okay, so what about, street rods makes you want to do something like that? Like, especially coming out here to the Street Rod Nationals Plus, what makes it so special that you want to do this?
Well, when they introduced the Plus, it was a big door open for a lot of us guys that do the old muscle, what we call the muscle car hot rods, because it was pre-49. When they went to the Plus, it really opened the door, and we all appreciate it. We really enjoy it, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to be here. So I like it having a 55 to be able to come out and do this. So.
Okay, so what is your favorite part about the Street Rod Nationals?
As you guys have probably seen being around here, all the beautiful cars. I mean, and all the people are just so friendly. It's a family atmosphere. I mean, I don't know why we don't have more locals coming out to it. It's great. It's awesome.
Well, thank you so much. Well, we love your car. It's awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all here.
So the exhibit hall is the place to be if you need advice or a part, but it's also where you can come to get your hands dirty or keep them clean.
Jerry, you had a big crowd out here this weekend.
Mark, of course, Louisville and the NSRA Street Rod Nationals is always the high point of our AMSOIL Street Rod Road Tour season, but we do something special on Saturday. We started the Road Tour Reunion. It's an annual event at the Street Rod Nationals, and at noon on Saturday we all gather and we say, hey, how have you been? How'd the winter go? Folks that we'd met and had fun with on the road the previous year, and then we always take a big picture. We had 70 people come, most ever.
So I heard you had a big crowd.
We had a great crowd, and it's always fun to renew those friendships. You know, that's one thing about being on our AMSOIL road tours is the camaraderie. I mean, the cars are a common denominator for us, but it's the friendships, just like all of street rodding. It's the friendships that are developed over that week. As I jokingly like to say, at the end of the week, we're all singing Kumbaya and we're best friends forever.
Now tell me about what's coming up.
We leave today. We've got 25 cars set up, and we're going to the Salt. We're going to Bonneville for the beginning of Speed Weeks. And it's exciting. If you haven't been, it's one thing that's on every hot rodder's bucket list. The street rod guys, they like to go out there and watch fellows like George Poteet go fast. It's exciting. It's exciting.
How fast will some of your guys go?
Well, our guys are going to look. We're spectators, but there's the interesting thing about Bonneville is it's available to anybody in a lot of different classes. In other words, there's guys that are on literally mini bikes. They have classes and speed records that they're trying to achieve. Our friend George Poteet, who is a great friend of street rodding in general, George will get in his Ron Main and George Poteet Streamliner, and they're going to go 450, almost 500 miles an hour. And let me tell you, my friend, that's fast. And it's exciting to see it and stand on the Salt. It's such a mecca. It's a place that people want to go. So we're excited about that. We got 25 cars going. It's a little bit of a hike. It's about 2,000 miles, and we've got 4 days to cover it. But we'll have fun. We stop at night and camp out and stop at different shops. It's a Speedway Motors tour, so we're going to stop at our friends at Speedway. See that wonderful Smith Museum of American Speed. It'll be fun. It'll be a good week. And then later on down the season, we're going to go to Kalamazoo, the Nats North. The NSRA Nats North is always a lot of fun. That's kind of the wrap-up event for those fellas up in the northern part of the United States. And the zoo, as we call it, is always a good time.
It is always a good time.
Yeah.
If you had something to tell folks that have never been to the Street Rod Nationals, a couple of lines, what would you tell them?
I would say get yourself a brand new pair of tennis shoes and spend all 4 days, because it takes all that. You're looking at 10,000 vehicles. I write a column every month for NSRA Street Scene magazine, and I wrote a column about the Nationals a few years ago, and I said, folks, there's 10,000 cars, and I did the math on this on my computer. I said, if you looked at every car over that 4-day period from 9 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night, you could spend 10 seconds on every car. Think about that, 10 seconds. So
that's a quick look.
Yeah. So there's a lot to see. Come here for the whole 4 days. It's fun.
Okay, so we're here in the exhibit hall lobbies, and it was described to me as the trophy case with some of the best and most beautiful cars in the world. Well, we had to come check it out, and you definitely have to come check it out here, as always, in the exhibit hall lobbies. All right, we're standing over here with the NSRA's 2013 giveaway car. It is a beautiful car by Ronnie's Hot Rods, and it's a 32 Ford. We're gonna ask a few folks if they feel like they have a chance of winning this beauty. Do you feeling lucky this year? You feel like your chances are good?
Oh yeah, we're down to 1 in 1,000 now.
Oh, yeah, it gets a little better every year, you know.
We hope.
What do you think about this particular vehicle?
I think this is one of the nicest ones that they've built.
So you guys, this is your first year here, but you are eligible to win this beautiful car here on the...
Yes, we are.
So you've seen it, you've checked it out. What do you like most about it?
It looks great. I mean, it looks perfect, and I think it would be nice going back home.
You're eligible to win this beauty behind us.
Yes, I do.
So what stands out to you most about this car? Why would you like to win it?
I like the color, and the inside's really nice, and the trunk is deep. Because we have another car, and the trunk's this big.
And do you think you'll come back again for the Street Rod National?
Surely, every year.
What do you like most about it?
The numbers of beautiful cars. Tremendous. You're not going to see this anywhere else.
What's your name?
Freddie Wilkinson.
Oh, and you're not shy at all, are you?
I'm a rock star.
You're a rock star? This is the first time I've met a rock star at the Street Rod Nationals. What stands out to you most about the giveaway car this year?
It's free.
So tell me again, who was gonna win this car?
My papa.
Are you excited for him to win this car?
Yes.
Are you gonna drive it one day?
No.
No?
No. It's too hot.
It's too hot? Too much of a hot rod?
Yes.
You can't ever get enough hot rod, can you?
No.
That's right, girl. Give me a 5. Okay, so, say that you guys won this beautiful vehicle. Who's going to drive it?
I am.
I'm going
to drive it.
Yeah, I'm going to win this one.
I think I'm going to drive it.
You think you're going to drive it? I don't know. I think Mama always wins, right?
Yes, I think so.
In reality, yes.
You think you have a chance of winning this car?
Well, everybody's got a chance. Whether it's going to happen, it's slim to none.
Okay, no, I'm driving.
I'm driving.
No,
that
I'm
car.
driving the
No,
car.
it's me.
It's me.
I'm driving.
Oh, no, I'm driving.
Okay, so we're in here checking out the Builder Showcase. I'm here with Ace, who's going to tell us a little bit about this beautiful 67 Ford Fairlane. Tell us a little bit about this beautiful car.
It's a 67 Ford Fairlane that we started out at Alloway's Hot Rod Shop. The car started being built for George Lange out of St. Louis, Missouri. George has been a great customer of Bobby's for many years, so he's been about the only person to ever get a white car out of Alloway Hot Rod Shop. We mainly build black. That's what Bobby's known for. So when this project came along, it took a lot of arm twisting on Bobby to get it to be painted white. And you won't see many of these cars out. Not a lot of people are afraid to customize a Ford Fairlane, especially like what we did.
Right.
We've cut this car from front to back. The whole floor in it has been replaced with a flat steel floor. It's got an Art Morrison chassis to make it sit the way it does. All custom built, specialty wheels made for Bobby, 17s and 20s. It's got a fully built Boss 429, about 636 horsepower.
Wow.
It's got a 5-speed transmission behind it. Power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, the works on the car. It's a blast to drive. It's got a full Flowmaster exhaust, all 3-inch throughout the whole entire car. And the car is just as slick on the bottom as it is on the top. It's got a all red leather interior done by Steve Holcomb over at Pro Auto Custom Interiors. All the paint is by PPG. Everything from our flat clear that's on the hood and on the cowl to the chassis to all of your shiny white and any of your interior flat red colors too is all done by PPG paints. All tires are BFG on this car. You know, it's our normal combo, 17s, 20s, make the car sit low, cool, and loud.
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful vehicle. Obviously, it's in the Builder Showcase, so, you know, it's an excellent car. What do you think makes this so unique?
The stance. The stance is what Bobby Alloway is known for. It needs to be low in the front, a little bit of a rake, big wheels, and big tires. And Bobby's been known for that, over probably 20, 30 years now. That's his signature stance.
How long does it take you to build a car like this?
A complete car from when we start, roughly about 2 years is what it takes. Now that's not a constant every Monday through Friday working on the car. We have to take breaks, you know, waiting on parts to come in, do things like that. But roughly over a 2-year period is what we can usually typically build a car from. We've done it a lot quicker than that, but 2 years is normally the build time.
Steve, this is a beautiful 69. Man, tell me about this car.
This is a 69 Camaro. It's owned by a friend of mine, Rob Overton. It's got a 468 big black Chevrolet in it, and it's got forged internals. It's a solid lift roller camshaft, and it's a 4-speed car, originally 396. It's had a custom interior put in it with console gauges and Copo instrumentation on the dash. Rob's owned the car about 10 years now, and just really enjoy it. It's a great car.
It's not only a great car, it's a beautiful car.
Thank you very much.
And tell me about it getting up and down the road.
It gets up and down the road real good. It moves out without a problem. It's got big horsepower.
Teeny little push on that accelerator.
Just a little bit, and it just takes off almost like a plane. Yes,
Don't put wings on it.
Oh no,
You'd be in
definitely,
trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, getting enough trouble with it now. Don't need no wings. They'll have those guys after us too.
Now, you said you did some of the detail work. Tell me
Oh
about
yes,
that.
yes. I painted the engine and built the fuel system on it, the AN lines, and put the engine in. Changed to a 7-inch dual diaphragm brake booster from an 11-inch factory, and basically did the work myself with my buddy Rob that owns the car.
Yeah, that's great.
But if we're late, we're both going to catch it.
I still think it's the starter.
The starter.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know.
There's something in the ignition, but I still think it's something in the plug wire.
What a joke.
Well, she keeps saying it's a plug wire or a distributor wire. Bridget, you don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking
We
about.
appreciate your help, hon. Dennis, we got to get
Orange
this thing
one.
going. I don't know. I'm going to be late. We can't keep screwing around with this thing.
Here we are, still back in the Pros Pick area here at the National Street Rod Association here in Louisville, one of the big events. I get to grab the mic and go interview some of the guys with some of my favorite cars out here. And right now we got this beautiful 32 Ford 3-window sitting behind me. So what's your name?
My name is Gary McCormick.
I think we've met before.
Yes, we have, Tim.
And I was an Illinois Midwestern boy growing up, and him and his buddies out of the Peoria, Illinois area have always had the most unbelievable street rods. And we'll talk about the car first, and then we'll talk about some other things that you and your buddies do down there. Okay. So tell us a little bit about the awesome 32 we got here behind us.
Well, it's a 32 Henry Ford steel car. It's got Will Smith wheels on it, 350 ZZ4, 9-inch rear, and Lombard blue, and
When he rattles off this stuff, it's like every other 32 Ford three-window built, but it's put together right. Anybody can take a pile of parts and hook it on a car, and when it looks right, it just looks right. This thing has got the fit, the finish, the colors, and the stance. Stance is everything on these things, and you nailed the stance. What did you do to get the stance? You do like a drop cross member or anything like that?
Oh yeah, it's a dropped 4, and we got it up as high as we can get her, and 4-inch. And Everett Gray and Chuck Gray are the guys that build the car. And
how many 32 Fords do you think those guys have built? Just those two guys together? There's been a bunch of 32s roll out of that place.
Everett's probably built about 40.
Wow, that's a little lower than I would think.
Yeah. Well, he lost count, so that's what we guess at, but we don't really know. He built a lot of them. He builds a car a year for me. So.
And okay, we talked about the car, and that's what we're here. It's about cars. But the cool thing about the Street Rod family is sometimes it's not just about the cars; it's about the people. And I've been to the party that you and your buddy do down in Peoria. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, again, that's Everett Gray, and he and I both have every spring we get antsy and want to get the car guys together and all the cars, and so we got about a 5-acre piece there that we park the cars on, and it's just the guys, and it kind of gets their blood moving. And
yeah, and he says it's the guys, and they tell you, leave the women at home. I'm not sexist, racist, or anything. I don't know why your rules are like that, but it's a guys' day party in the garage.
And it's there's no booze or anything. It's just guys, and we have a little barbecue and feed everybody, and we have a lot of fun and talk about the coming year. And
yeah, he says it's a little party. I think the year I showed up, there was 200 cars up and down the streets, and you couldn't really get in the garage, and it was just an awesome time. And that's the cool thing about the Street Rod is, the friendship that you make, it lasts forever.
Awful lot of nice guys. They're all car guys, and there's not a bad one in the bunch. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, thanks a lot for taking your time out here in the hot sun to talk to us, and awesome car right here.
All right, Tim, and thank you.
Why the Pros Pick is so important here at Louisville for the industry.
Well, we felt with the NSRA and what they were doing with the Pros Pick, they started doing Builder's Choice inside, which pulled a lot of really good cars out of what's out here for the people and what we get to see. We just wanted to bring the best cars out here and then get a group with the professionals of the industry that could say these are the best 12 cars here. And we just feel that it should be recognized. So we decided to step up and be the sponsors.
Well, we appreciate all your hard work and organization. And I think it's awesome. I keep saying that. A lot of the diehards weren't happy when it opened 48 and older, but I think it's awesome. There's young builders out here. There's street machines. There's Tri-5s, and I think it's great. And you being a company guy, you guys sell parts more than just 48 and older, so it's good for you too.
Absolutely. It was a breath of fresh air in the industry. Let's face it, we're getting more gray hair out there. Of course, that comes with the experience. They've been through it, and we all learn from them, but not everybody's interested in just pre-48, and yes, it does bring in a breath of fresh air, and it does help business.
Well, I personally want to thank you. There's a lot of businesses out here. Some of them are just in the industry to collect a check, not the guys at Classic Instruments. They do so much to promote the sport of hot rodding in general, and I can't thank them enough. Thanks again for your support.
Thanks, Tim. We appreciate and we want to thank the NSRA for helping us do this. They allow us to do it, but they give us a lot of freedom. We're honored to be part of it, and we just want to keep that pass the torch and keep it going.
Okay, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks.
original F-Series. This is when the F-Series started, F1s. This was produced in Louisville, Kentucky, August of '48. It was a junkyard truck. And I've owned it 9 years. And I always said I would put a Ford in a Ford. Most of these cars out here got Chevys in them. It's very easy, a lot cheaper. This one's got a 351 Cleveland in it. Power steering, power brakes, all that stuff. But it makes it so much nicer to drive and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a sweet ride and all. It's just an old car. I drive it every day of the week. And I enjoy driving it.
There's nothing wrong with a daily driver.
No, I'm an old retired auto worker, and I got to have a Ford in a Ford. You know, and these my buddies have all got Chevys in these Fords, and I don't understand that.
If you're a car lover, there's definitely something here for you, and all the vendors and custom fabricators that are here, any help that you may need on a hot rod, you can definitely get advice and service here. But the rod show, it is. I've never been anything like this. And I've been to the Cleveland Autorama. I went to that for 20 straight years about. When I lived up north, I've been to Carl Casper's show here, you know, and just all over the place. Just car shows everywhere, and nothing like this anywhere else. I tell you guys, you gotta love the Street Rod Nationals here in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're looking for a car show, this is the car show of car shows.
Here we are, still back in the Pros Pick area here at the National Street Rod Association here in Louisville. One of the big events. I get to grab the mic and go interview some of the guys with some of my favorite cars out here. And right now we got this beautiful 32 Ford 3-window sitting behind me. So what's your name?
My name is Gary McCormick.
I think we've met before.
Yes, we have, Tim.
And I was an Illinois Midwestern boy growing up, and him and his buddies out of the Peoria, Illinois area have always had the most unbelievable street rods. And we'll talk about the car first, and then we'll talk about some other things that you and your buddies do down there. So tell us a little bit about the awesome 32 we got here behind us.
Well, it's a 32 Henry Ford steel car. It's got Will Smith wheels on it, 350 ZZ4, 9-inch rear, and Lombard blue, and
when he rattles off this stuff, it's like every other 32 Ford 3-window built, but it's put together right. Anybody can take a pile of parts and hook it on a car, and when it looks right, it just looks right. This thing has got the fit, the finish, the colors, and the stance. Stance is everything on these things, and you nailed the stance. What did you do to get the stance? You do like a drop cross member or anything like that?
Oh yeah, it's a dropped 4, and we got it up as high as we can get her, and 4-inch. And Everett Gray and Chuck Gray are the guys that build the car. And
how many 32 Fords do you think those guys have built, just those two guys together? There's been a bunch of 32s roll out of that place.
Everett's probably built about 40.
Wow, that's a little lower than I would think.
Yeah, well, he lost count. So that's what we guess at, but we don't really know. He's built a lot of them. He builds a car a year for me. So.
And, okay, we talked about the car, and that's what we're here. It's about cars. But the cool thing about the Street Rod family is sometimes it's not just about the cars, it's about the people. And I've been to the party that you and your buddy do down in Peoria. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's Everett Gray, and he and I both have every spring we get antsy and want to get the car guys together and all the cars, and so we got about a 5-acre piece there that we park the cars on, and it's just the guys, and it kind of gets their blood moving. And
yeah, and he says it's the guys, and they tell you, leave the women at home. I'm not sexist, racist, or anything. I don't know why your rules are like that, but it is. It's a guys' day party in the garage.
And it's there's no booze or anything. It's just guys, and we have a little barbecue and feed everybody, and we have a lot of fun and talk about the coming year. And
yeah, he says it's a little party. I think the year I showed up, there was 200 cars up and down the streets, and you couldn't really get in the garage, and it was just an awesome time. And that's the cool thing about the Street Rod is, the friendship that you make, it lasts forever.
Awful lot of nice guys. They're all car guys, and there's not a bad one in the bunch. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, thanks a lot for taking your time out here in the hot sun to talk to us, and awesome car right here.
All right, Tim, and thank you.
Why the pros pick is so important here at Louisville for the industry.
Well, we felt with the NSRA and what they were doing with the pros pick, they started doing builder's choice inside, which pulled a lot of really good cars out of what's out here for the people and what we get to see. We just wanted to bring the best cars out here and then get a group with the professionals of the industry that could say these are the best 12 cars here. And we just feel that it should be recognized. So we decided to step up and be the sponsors.
Well, we appreciate all your hard work and organization. And I think it's awesome. I keep saying that. A lot of the diehards weren't happy when it opened 48 and older, but I think it's awesome. There's young builders out here. There's street machines. There's Tri-5s, and I think it's great. And you being a company guy, you guys sell parts more than just 48 and older, so it's good for you too.
Absolutely. It was a breath of fresh air in the industry. Let's face it, we're getting more gray hair out there. Of course, that comes with the experience. They've been through it, and we all learn from them, but not everybody's interested in just pre-48, and yes, it does bring in a breath of fresh air, and it does help business.
Well, I personally want to thank you. You know, there's a lot of businesses out here. Some of them are just in the industry to collect a check, not the guys at Classic Instruments. They do so much to promote the sport of hot rodding in general, and I can't thank them enough. Thanks again for your support.
Thanks, Tim. We appreciate it, and we want to thank the NSRA for helping us do this. They allow us to do it, but they give us a lot of freedom. We're honored to be part of it, and we just want to keep that, pass the torch and keep it going.
Okay, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Tim.
Original F-Series. This is when the F-Series started, F1s. This was produced in Louisville, Kentucky, August of '48. It was a junkyard truck. And I've owned it 9 years. And I always said I would put a Ford in a Ford. Most of these cars out here got Chevys in them. It's very easy, a lot cheaper. This one's got a 351 Cleveland in it. Power steering, power brakes, all that stuff. But it makes it so much nicer to drive and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a sweet ride and all. It's just an old car. I drive it every day of the week, and I enjoy driving it.
There's nothing wrong with a daily driver.
No, I'm an old retired auto worker, and I got to have a Ford in a Ford. You know, and these my buddies have all got Chevys in these Fords, and I don't understand that.
If you're a car lover, there's definitely something here for you, and all the vendors and custom fabricators that are here, any help that you may need on a hot rod, you can definitely get advice and service here. But the rod show, it is. I've never been anything like this. And I've been to the Cleveland Autorama. I went to that for 20 straight years about. When I lived up north, I've been to Carl Casper's show here, you know, and just all over the place. Just car shows everywhere, and nothing like this anywhere else. I tell you guys, you gotta love the Street Rod Nationals here in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're looking for a car show, this is the car show of car shows.
thank everybody for coming back. We really enjoy having a chance to look at all these good cars. The rest of them out there are just cars. These are fun cars. Mopar powered. We've got a Duke's mixture of everything out here this year, and I like it.
All right, so we're over here at Mopar Country where they just announced the winners of the best cars. Mark was one of them. Mark, congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, so what kind of car do you have?
I have a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT SE, which is kind of a rare car. There was a lot of RTs, there was a lot of SEs, but not very many RT SEs.
Okay,
if that makes any sense. And I've been working on it for about the last 10 years and real hard about the last 2 years.
Wow, so yeah, you needed to win, right?
Well, yeah, I'm about due for one.
Okay, so tell me about the inside, the engine, the interior, everything.
This was originally a 383 car, but I have the original motor for it, matter of fact, but the motor that's in it is a 472 block, and it's been stroked from a 400 to a 512. It has stilt heads on it, 440 source, all the stroking parts of it and everything, and it's somewhere around 700 horsepower. And I have a 727 transmission in it. There's all B&M insides in it. The rear end is an 8 3/4 with a 355 gear in it. And it's I've had a lot of fast cars, but this one's really fast.
It's really fast. We like fast cars.
Well, yeah. The older I get, the faster I want to go.
All right. So what color is this exactly? Is it orange or is
It's called Hemi Orange.
Hemi Orange?
1970, they had metallic in it. Other years didn't have metallic. It was just Hemi Orange. But 1970, which is what this one is, it had metallic in it.
Well, it is a beautiful car, and congratulations again. Checking out the 29 and under cars. I'm here with Adam. Adam, how old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
So you got a couple more years left.
Yep.
You ever done this, entered into the Street Rod Nationals before?
Nope, this is actually the first time I've had my own personal vehicle here at Street Rod Nationals.
Oh, and it's a beautiful vehicle. What kind of car is this?
It's a 1954 Bel Air. Started on it last March 2012 and got it ready for the SEMA show 2012 in November of last year.
Okay, so have you always had taken a liking to the Bel Airs, or why did you decide on this car?
It was cheap at the time, and it just kind of stumbled across it. And I've always been a fan of the body style, but I just always loved these type of cars. So then I just figured I'd go ahead and build this one. I've always been into vehicles as long as I can remember. Street rods in themselves is just kind of something I've kind of grown into. Just trying to keep the trade alive. I mean, the younger people, generations to generations. And yes, most definitely, this is a great show. Plan on coming to it for years to come.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about like the engine and the inside of the car, what all you've done to it.
Okay, it's a 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air, like I said. It's a full air ride, front and back. I got a small block 350 with a 700 R4, a 70 Nova rear end. All the interior's been all redone. 70-some pieces of stainless have been polished. It's got the two-tone red with the white top. House of Colors frost pearl on the top with some scallops on it. 20-inch Detroit steel wheels with custom-made Diamondback tire white walls on them. So everything on there, for every single bolt's all new. Everything's been gone over.
So do you actually drive this, or are you too scared to drive it?
I drive it, but I mainly just bring it to shows and just kind of showcase it for right now. But I definitely build my stuff to enjoy it, so I do drive it.
All right, well, it's a beautiful car. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, so still over here at the 29 and under, and I'm with Brad here in his beautiful truck. Brad, what kind of truck is this?
It's a 1968 Dodge D100.
All right, and what exact color green is this?
It's an electric lime green metallic off of, I think it's a 2004 to 2005 Jeep Wrangler.
Well, it's beautiful. I love it. So you're in the 29 and under category. How old are you?
I am 29.
You're 20, so this is your last and final year to do this.
Yeah,
have you ever?
opportunity.
Yeah, have you ever been in this competition before?
No, I have not. I've had cars for years, but this is the first time I've actually had one that's completed and of maybe show quality. Believe it or not, the truck was given to me by a family member. It was in pieces. When I first saw it, didn't know even what the truck looked like. Pieced it together, thought that's about the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but it might be something that other people would appreciate because no one else has fixed too many of those type of trucks up yet. So pieced it together and decided to take it back apart and start from the beginning with it.
How do you feel about the 29 and under category? I mean, them adding that for the young people who are, interested in street rod.
I think it's nice because it gives a lot of the younger guys that maybe don't have the same skills as some of the older guys or the money just yet an opportunity to show what they've done up to this point and compete on maybe more of a level playing field at this point in their career. Basically, my entire family has been working on cars for years. My dad, my uncles, his cousins. So I've been around it for a long time, and once I got the time to be able to do this stuff on my own, I just took what I'd learned from them and added to that.
Okay, so we've been here at the Street Rod Nationals Plus. We've been talking to the guys all day about their street rods and what they enjoy about being here. So now it's time to talk to the ladies and see what they like about the Street Rod Nationals Plus. So how about it? What's your favorite thing about the Street Rod Nationals?
All the cars.
You have a favorite car?
The Willie.
You like the Willie's coupe? How about the purple one? You like that one?
I love the purple one.
So how about you? You're married to a street rodder, so how has that been coming here the last few years?
It's been absolutely wonderful. I enjoy all the cars, of course, and coming, and I have to say I come for Woman's World as well, because I'm an avid shopper, so I have a lot of fun in there.
Oh, I do too, so yeah, we have that in common. What about the ladies' tea? Do you go to that?
No, I do not. I have not been to that yet.
But you enjoy Women's World and the cars?
Absolutely, absolutely. Have a great time.
Do you have a favorite car?
This one right here, the purple 41 Willis.
You gotta love that one. So how about you now? I hear you're a first-time street rodder. How has it been so far?
It's been fabulous. This has just been perfect. The cars are gorgeous, and I've had a great time.
So what car around here that you've seen is your most favorite?
I think I saw a Camaro, a 68 Camaro that was yellow. Yeah, that was probably my favorite one so far.
Yeah, we love the Camaros too. So if this is your first year, would you want to come back again?
I'll come back every year, if I can, yes.
Okay, well then I'll see you next year then. We'll interview you again then.
Yes, next year.
All right, well there you have it, spoken from the ladies.
All right, I'm gonna get in this thing, try it one more time, then I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
All right.
All right, it's running right now. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna be late.
Yeah. Oh, Ed.
What now? What? Oh, what am I supposed to be getting? I forgot.
Well, she wanted a Rocky Road.
All right.
And the other one wanted a waffle cone.
A waffle cone and a Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Both of them in a cone or one of them in a cup?
Yeah, one of them in a cup, one of them in a cone.
All right.
And get me a butter pecan.
A butter pecan.
While
I guess.
You're at it.
Are you going to give me any money for this, or am I buying?
You're buying.
I
You
guess
done
it's
put
my-
me through.
Okay.
What you put me through on that end.
It's my car, so I guess I got to buy.
Get
All
it
right.
on
I
out
got
of
you.
here then. See you, Ed.
this yellow Camaro because Rob's buddy Steve was telling us all about it. Steve, the owner, just walked up. So Steve, just tell us a little bit more about how you got this car.
I bought that car about 14 years ago. Actually, my father-in-law saw it at a local car cruise, and I was looking at the time for an old Mustang because I work for Ford, and but I've always liked the old Camaros. And he said, "Man, there's a Camaro down here you got to see, man. You know, it's for sale." So I went down there and saw this Camaro. It was yellow, had a 396 in it, big block. I always wanted one. I didn't think I could afford one, and ended up buying it. Decent shape, but needed some stuff. And since then, it's been a nonstop project. I had to go faster. I had to get more, aluminum heads, bigger cam, the whole spiel. And then I wanted a console, and I've just kind of started doing different things to the car.
Steve was telling me you guys really hit the gas in the past few days.
We have. We've been, I would say, yes. My wife's not happy with me right now. I've probably spent, I don't know, man, a lot of time on it. Probably 10 or 12 hours a day the last few days on it just to get it finished up to get here. And I still got a long way to go, but I got it driving. Still got a few problems, but...
I hear some flowers and chocolates coming maybe.
Man, I need to do something.
We're here with one of the new product winners, Bob Hawkenberry with 8-Stack. Bob, man, tell me about this new product winner you got.
Well, this is a continuation of another product line of our series of systems that fuel injection systems that look like carburetors. They're for people that want to have a traditional race car or hot rod look, but they don't want to mess around with 4 carburetors and tuning 4 carburetors, that kind of thing. So we started off with the small block Fords for a lot of Cobra guys, that kind of thing, and then a lot of guys with the classic Mustangs use them, and then some other cars. And then we expanded that to the FE engine. And now, most recently here, we have a lot of people that have asked for a system for the Coyote, the Ford 5-liter Coyote, which is their double overhead cam modern engine that they put in all kinds of things. And guys are using those for putting them in their hot rods. It's in essence a crate motor. And the thing about the modern engines, both the GM LS series and the Coyote, is they've got the standard intake manifold. It's kind of plain, just plastic, and not very showy. So the guy that has a really nice car wants to do something different with the induction on it, but he still wants to have the modern performance of the modern engine. That's what this is for.
over at the Classic Instruments booth with John McLeod. John, you guys won yet again another new product. Congratulations! That's very exciting. Man, tell me about your new product winner.
Well, the Esquire series, it was a new part that we kind of launched to a whole new area, and so it's very exciting for us to win this award. It really is the icing on the cake, especially for this product. Typically, instruments are round, and so when we sat down in new product development, Devin Butterbrodt, who's working with us here today, he leads that group, and I tasked them with the thing, how can we go further than round? So what's the opposite of round? Square. So we started to play with the square, and then Esquire started to take form. And it really ended up in the garbage more than it ended up here, because you'd start something, throw it away, start something and throw it away. And then we got different aspects of the team to come in, from design, manufacturing, sales, myself, and then of course Tom Gale, who's been helping us all along. It was full team effort that came to this, and then we ultimately came up with the Esquire series. And then we built the gauges, we put them out there, and the last 3 events it's been at, it's won. And then this is the Mecca. I mean, this is our industry. This is street riding, where we came from, where it's the girl that brought us to the dance. And then to win here, we couldn't have been happier.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, it really doesn't. No. We made it.
Yeah. United Pacific with Dave
Odegaard.
Dave, congratulations once again for another new product winner.
Thank you.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, we're really excited. This year we entered the 6772 Chevy truck mirror with the LED technology built into it. And the judges really liked it. We won not only new product in its category, but we also won safety product of the year as well for that.
Pretty unusual to get a double winner.
Yeah, Mark, it's last year we did the Tri-5, and the judges really liked that, so we're expanding into all the popular models first, and they're on the market now.
That's exciting. Now tell me about the consumer response to these.
It's been really good, really good. A lot of people are here at the show, and they drive their cars back home after the end of the show, and they really appreciate having the technology built into their car driving down the freeway at night that keeps them as safe as if they were driving in their modern, brand new car. The technology we're doing is also in the LED lighting as well for the cars, and this year we actually introduced for the first time the classic teardrop taillight with a blue dot in it. Previous to this, if you had a blue dot, there was no way to have LED lighting, and so people had to make a decision: do I want the classic blue dot, or do I want to have the safety and technology of the LED? And so now they don't have to make that choice and compromise. They can have both of them all at the same time.
So what did it turn out to be?
Nothing. It was something me and Ed figured out. It wasn't electrical at all. It was a temperature sending switch is what it was. But we got it. It was no problem. It wasn't what you thought. We know a lot about these cars and stuff, so it took us a while. It wasn't electrical. And it had nothing to do with the distributor, any wires or anything.
Well, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We're here in Freedom Hall. There's a big crowd, and someone's about to win a 32 Ford Roadster.
Here we go again. 8, 8, 4, 4.
We got a winner, Dennis. Victor, it's yours.
All right.
Let's go get it.
Man.
All right. Woo-hoo!
Okay, I'm here with Vic. He is now the new winner of this beautiful car. Vic, how are you feeling right now?
Really good.
You're in
really
shock?
lucky. Very much in shock, yes.
How many years have you been here at the Street Rod Nationals?
10 years.
10 years, so lucky number 10 for you.
Absolutely.
And you've stayed every year and hoped you were winning the car, and now?
As a matter of fact, I walked by this one this year because I said somebody else is going to win it. It's not worth looking at it. So it's the first time I've looked at it.
Wow. So now you won.
Yep.
So what car do you have here on the lot?
A 1968 American Motors AMX.
Okay, so that's yours. Is this going to be the wife's, or is this yours too?
It's both of ours.
Okay, that's good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Tell me about your experience here at the show.
Unreal, man. So many cars, so many nice people. I was just kind of blown away at the variety of cars. Now that they've started letting the newer cars in, it's just so much more variety. And I know, you know, there's some old school guys that still just like the street rods, but I'm glad they've let the muscle cars in and stuff. I just think it's a good group of people. Everybody's seems to be very friendly around here. And I've had a bad, look at that car there, man. That's cool as heck. I mean, how often do you see that kind of stuff running around? You know, that's cool, man. That's cool.
He's got a chain drive on that sucker.
That's right. But no, man, it's been great. I've been inside, walking around till I'm about wore out, you know.
Exhibit hall, not just
It's
amazing.
awesome, man. It's awesome. I love it. I just spent some more money in there, of course, you know.
Don't tell the wife. Right?
Yeah. But no, man, had a good time. It's a great event. This is my first year. Finally made it. I'm looking forward to, you know, more years of it. I really am.
We're here with Jonathan with Goolsby Customs at the 2014 giveaway car. Jonathan, tell me a little bit about the giveaway car for next year.
We've got a Brookville body here, 32 Ford truck, Roadster. We've got a Roadster shop chassis under it. Pace Performance come on board with a motor. Stack Injection did a EFI setup for us. Everything, Tremec did a transmission. Everything's going good on it so far.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Now, what's your plan for having it put together?
Probably a week or so before it needs to be debuted. You know, ain't that how it always goes?
It's at least 24 hours.
Exactly. No, we got advanced plating. It's going to do a ton of chrome work for us. Probably do all bright nickel on it. M&M's going to do all the interior for us. We plan on having it done, I would say, the first of the year. We want to be able to have some fun with it ourselves before we give it away, make sure we work all the bugs out and everything, and just have some fun with it, you know.
So you'll debut it in Knoxville?
No, we'll debut it here. More
okay,
likely,
so you probably won't show it in.
We're going to try to keep it under wraps a little bit, you know, except for when we're out driving it around.
It's on the low.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me a little bit about the show for you. You guys having a good show?
Very good show. Walk around just getting with all the contacts, thanking everybody that's involved. We've actually got a bunch more people that come on board once they seen what we were doing with it. So big plus here.
Now, if you had you talk to your buddies back in Alabama who've never been to this show, what do you tell them?
Huge show. Tons of vendors here. If you want something, you can come here and you're going to find the people that you need to deal with.
Yeah. What about the crowds and the cars?
The crowds is unreal. The cars, you're not going to see all of them, you know, because if you see all of them, you're not going to see nothing in here.
Yeah.
So you got to pick and choose which way you want to go.
It's a full 4 days.
Yes, easily, and get your walking shoes ready.
That's right, get you walking, because you might be a little tired.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Jonathan. Anything else you want to talk about the car? Or?
Just like to thank NSRA choosing us to be part of this. Got a ton of people that are on board. Like to just go to our website and, you know, we'll put up pictures of everything going on with it. Street Scene magazines don't have everything in there as we're building it. It's just going to be a good adventure for us.
Good. Those guys do a great job, Street Scene folks.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Louis rocks.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan, thank you.
Hey,
appreciate it. All right, Dempsey, beautiful car. We're in the circle of winners here in Louisville. Tell me about your winner here.
This truck is like a lot of things in life. You want to be patient. I wanted an old truck when I was 13 years old. When I was 18 years old, I bought a 37 Ford truck, and I said I should have bought the Dodge truck. And was patient, waited. The truck's an all original steel truck. Come out of Ohio in a born. It was a 35,000 mile truck. The only thing's not the original on it is the tailgate. We had to have an aftermarket tailgate built, adapted to the truck. It has a 5.7 Hemi. It's all Chrysler. A JW Garage chassis, and a fella at home that's been phenomenal reputation for doing old cars basically did the bill and some of my stuff and most of his stuff, and he did the interior. And I was blessed in this world to be able to have this truck, and I'm more blessed to be able to share this truck with other people.
With Neil East and the Rocky Mountain Low. Neil, tell me about the Rocky Mountain Low.
Well, it's a long-term project that we put together trying to be different. And
I think you achieved that.
Well, thank you. It's based on a 27 Model T body. You don't see much of it left after the hood's over it and so forth, but it's a fiberglass body built by Darrell Zip. He was in Grand Junction, Colorado at that time. The nose and the body are both zipper fiberglass. And he purposely made the doors bigger, thank heavens. It's hard. It would be very hard to get in and out of otherwise.
That's right.
Particularly with the top on.
Right.
I like it with the top off, but this works well as well.
had a great time. How about you? What was your favorite part?
It was a great week. The ladies seemed cool.
Oh, that's always good.
They don't let us stay. We just get to visit. Always great to see. Not a big call for a great time.
That's always fun.
You get to see once a year.
Yeah, that's the best part, getting to see folks and the cars and the women's world, of course.
And you got to drive.
I know. I got to drive my dream car. How about that?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Well, we'll see you again next year. I'm Melissa Hass.
And Mark Johnson. Thank you again.
See ya.
I got down to the end of the road and the car quit on me. So I said, all right, I'll just leave it here. I walked over to get the ice cream and they were closed by the time I got there. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, it was.
We're gonna be in so much trouble.
All right, let's go down there again and see if it's that same wire that came off again. Don't tell her that it quit running. I'm just gonna tell her I got over there and the ice cream store was closed.
If anybody can figure it out, we can.
I know. Let's go down here and see what's up because it quit right
Not
down
only
there.
did we have to fix the daggone car, we're gonna have to just go get our own ice cream. Come on. What kind do you want?
Rocky Road and the waffle cone.
Oh, that sounds good. I think I want a sugar cone with vanilla ice cream.
You want me to say something?
Nah, just stand there.
Look at it. That's good for your face. But he...
Is he drunk? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got that Coors. Okay.
We're looking at the 2014 giveaway car with John.
You already messed it up.
You want me to fake stutter, like, because I hit my lines on cue every single time? I mean, what can I say? So I gotta fake stuff.
We're looking at the 2014 giveaway car with Johnson.
I think we do a hair flip looper every year.
Jonathan?
I can't fake it. I don't know why. What am I gonna say?
Now, are you Gilbert or Mitchell?
I'm neither. I'm neither.
We're here at the 2014 giveaway car with Jonathan from Goolsby. No, I'm not a big Bama fan, but our youngest is.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Memphis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that joke's getting old. You rolling? You want to do this now? We can do it later if you want to. Whoa, hang on a minute. Oh, perfect. Are we having fun? Huh?
You're not shy at all, are you?
No, I'm a rock star.
You're a rock star? This is the first time I've met a rock star at the Street Rod Nationals.
Ooh, shiny. I'm touching.
I don't know. I'm here in this car. I can't take it home with me. That makes me really sad. I don't know what to say.
We're here to
So we're gonna see you here again next year, right?
Oh yes, definitely next year.
Okay, thanks Mom, love you. And Nana. I can't forget Nana. I mean, somebody's got to do my hair. I don't have a hair person. Okay.
We have
I can't mess up the floor.
We have no idea where we are or what we're doing, but we're going to talk to Jonathan. We're here. Was that cheesy or is that okay?
Are you disappointed that you didn't win this?
Yeah, but next year's my year. I can already feel it.
You can feel it? You got that kind of luck?
I can feel it.